some good cocoa. Coming to you live from our Subaru Outback.
You didn't even record the parts where we said anything about that, did you?
No, not at all. Figure it out.
Let's keep going.
From the back of the Subaru Outback, this is Tom and Dave on an introspective journey. Join us. Pull up a chair. The fire's nice and warm. It's Christmas time.
And then we could just go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so...
I say let's go right now.
Album 3. Is it Turtle Doves? No.
French hens.
Two Turtle Doves. French hens.
3 French hens.
Now, what separates a hen that is French, mon ami, from one that is any other ethnicity?
Well, I could say a bunch of racist shit.
It's French people. It doesn't count. Go ahead. Race away.
Well, the French hens are the ones that are protesting the retirement age. See, I could have said something else, but
No.
came to me.
That's not racist. That's just cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? It's racist. You know, those French hens, they're not fuddy-duddies. They don't lie around and take it.
They just don't want to work. They're just a bunch of lazy fucks.
Yeah, they don't want to work. That's the problem with these protests.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work anymore. As a comedian on a podcast, you can't say anything anymore. Ever.
Let's keep it.
Good night. No. But anyways, yeah, well, a French hen.
A French hen.
I feel like maybe we should prepare next time and say like, hey, what the fuck is this thing? Because I'm asking it every time because I am deeply curious. A French hen. What's good with French eggs? French chicken titties. French chicken legs. A chicken thigh, perhaps. A very sensual hen. That's all I got.
French fries?
French fried chicken.
Yeah. Do you want me to Google this right now?
French fried chicken? I would love a French fried chicken. I think that just means it gets confit. Do you know what you know what a confit is, right?
You're the cook.
Oh.
You tell me.
You're the cook. You're the one that makes all the meals.
We have to cook, Jesse. Oh, but we got.
Let's see.
Look up French fried chicken with no reviews.
I'm gonna need you to look up a French hen and what is the significance. Okay. So
we got French hen Tulsa. Bistro
Tulsa.
and
I don't
wine.
think Oklahoma has
have
our
cafe.
answers. Wait, wasn't Oklahoma where Wayne Coyne was from that we found out?
No, I think he was just from
Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver's.
3 French hens. Okay, what do we got? Tomorrow's Christmas Day, just like
Tomorrow's
last year.
Christmas Day?
Wait, this is plagiarizing if we read out an article. Every day's Christmas Day in our hearts, Dave.
Yeah.
That's a Ghost of Christmas present guarantee.
Including April 6th.
It's April 6th.
With this Christmas tree. That's
I have hot cocoa. You have hot cocoa. Mm-hmm. It's tepid
we
cocoa.
have 2 Christmas trees.
I know. This one's better.
We have Christmas music.
Yeah.
This one is better. It's a little dusty.
I don't think we're going to find anything about French hens, are we?
I don't think I want to anymore.
Hey Siri, what's the significance of French hens? All right, let's see. French hens, American style. 3rd day of Christmas. I feel like this is probably the exact same article that you had, but I'm deeply curious. These birds represent faith, hope, and love. This gift harkens back to 1 Corinthians 13. You went to church, right?
I went to church.
You should know
I've
better.
been around the block.
You should know scripture better. The love chapter written by the Apostle Paul. Okay, well, okay. A lot of people misinterpret it as the 3 persons of the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. But they're wrong. They're wrong.
They're hens now?
Huh?
You make anything in the Trinity into anything.
Are you talking about fucking Zelda right now? The Triforce right now, bro?
Yeah.
The Trinity?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 French hens are just wisdom, power, and courage.
Oh, for me, the Trinity is joke, setup, punchline. Humor comes in 3s.
Well, I can't think of a 3rd one now, so...
To what? Wait, courage, wisdom, power?
To
the Triforce?
To our joke about the 3rds.
Oh, it's even better. It's fine. It's okay if we fall on our face.
But humor is about subversion, So if we only said 2, then technically
So you
that
want to
joke was
subvert this
funnier.
conversation and you want to talk about something else. All right, well,
Exactly.
that's fine. I'm curious. I'm naturally curious. I guess you're not. That's fine.
No, I'm not. I'm good with the knowledge that I have. I don't want to relearn anything.
Listen, I'm dumb as fuck and I don't care.
I'm so tired today, dude.
Did you have a rough day?
Yeah, it was a long, every time that I have a morning video shoot, it just ruins the rest of my day. Every time that's the first thing that I have. If it's in the afternoon, it's fine. But if it's like if I have to be somewhere at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And this is like the second time today that I set up all the equipment and everything, and I'm just like,
Your life is so hard.
I know.
What were you setting up to shoot today? What did you shoot? What have you shot?
Leg procedure.
A leg procedure? My Uncle Pete just broke one of his kneecaps and his ankle. Does it happen to be him?
Does he need a knee replacement?
I mean, he might. He might need a new patella.
Is he going to be on a lot of pain meds? Does he not want to get hooked on them opioids? Well, he should try Iovera, now available at Renew Therapeutics.
Wait, you're telling me it's holistic garbage?
Yeah.
Yeah! That's awesome! I fucking love that! You make fucking... Oh my god, you're selling...
Hell yeah.
You're making commercials for fucking snake oil? Dude, your job is so much cooler than mine. Holy shit.
It seems to be working all right. I don't know.
Your leg feels better?
I don't know, but I have had a weird ankle for the past couple of days, so I was considering, while no one was looking, taking that Iovera machine, just
Iovera?
that's what it's called, Iovera.
Oh, I thought it was like a topical ointment. What is it? What does it do?
You get stabbed by this a thing that basically it kills the nerve in your legs.
Oh.
This information is not medically confirmed. It is just regular.
This is medical advice. Do not consult a doctor.
We are doctors.
I don't think you can say that. You can say you're a reverend doctor. That's far enough away.
God, you can't say anything in comedy now these days.
I swear to God, I tried impersonating cop the other day and I got arrested. It's like, bro, it's a joke. You good? That one didn't do you well.
So French Hens
is
an album that we crafted.
I'll ask about the legotomy later. Okay.
God, how old is this album now? 2013. So this is 10 years. This is
No.
10 years.
Is it?
Yeah.
2011, 12, and 13.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it really follow the one?
Yeah, because all of our
I feel like
albums
we've
follow
had
the
this
one.
conversation.
We probably have.
Max is going to ream us out because he's saying you're just repeating content.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we're not clever enough to come up with 12 original pieces of content, Max, but he could do better. I'm not even going to challenge him to that.
All right.
I'll just leave him to it.
Max, if you want original content, you should stop listening right now and make better life choices.
Don't be mean to him.
I'm sorry, Max.
Also,
You know
I caught
love
a
you.
lot of flack for the last episode for my hate of John Lennon. It's probably deeply personal. I'll just leave it at that.
You're in comedy, you can't say anything these days.
You can't even say I'm glad John Lennon's dead. It's wild.
Who's texting me? I need to put
You're
my phone on
texting
silent.
people?
No, not now. Put my phone on silent.
Okay.
Going over there.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Three French Hens. It was 2013. At this point, I was in college, right?
I actually have a very strong memory of being in. I was in line at the late night college food
Cafeteria?
I don't
Like the food line?
lounge thing. I don't know. We called it. I'm trying to not say Nowell, which is something that I was ready to say and that only Binghamton people would.
That's fine. You can just
grasp.
call it that, and then I'd ask for
All right,
you.
so I was in line at Nowell.
What's the Nowell?
It stands for Night Owl, or it's kind of
What
the
the
abbreviation of Night Owl.
It's
and
just
that's
where all
what,
the night
and
owls
that's
hang
what's-
out?
Yeah, that's what Sodexo calls the late night food,
Okay.
highly caloric food scene in Binghamton University.
I'm all about the highly caloric food scene.
For all the drunk college students on a Wednesday night.
What do they call people from Binghamton? Like Binghamters, Binghamians, Binghamians?
Binghamites?
Binghamites. Is that really?
I don't know,
That's
actually.
terrible.
I just call it bingy bong.
Bingy bongs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you were sitting at the Knowl.
I was in line at the Now.
In line at the correction.
I will correct you. And that is when you called me and you were like, dude, it was either like, it was either your first set of like relatively okay like mics, or you got Pro Tools.
I think it was both.
Yeah,
it was both.
Yeah,
because I had Pro Tools because I had a super student discount. Pro Tools is like the most egalitarian software that you can use, DAW, Digital Audio Workspace, for recording. And I was learning how to use it, and I pretty much was just like, yeah, I could use it the right way, or I could just fuck around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I got that in the mics. I forgot about.
Yeah.
I forgot that this was the year for that.
Yeah, this was the first year that we upped our production quality from my rock band, from my Insignia. No, not Insignia. From my what's the other I?
Intel?
No. One of them. I'm not going to waste time trying to figure it out. Italian from our Italian microphone to something a little more suitable.
Yeah.
Nothing against Italians, but
everything against Italians. Yeah. No.
This became the format for every album since, with like at least the audio production.
I guess
side, right? Like,
what do you mean?
Well, just in the way that we have real microphones, like a multi-microphone setup.
Oh, you're talking about like overdubbing properly and like trying our best to like make it sound good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're talking about like the pursuit of good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you doing
I was turning away from you, but look right at the camera to burp.
For all people that are watching this right now.
Oh, come on.
I'm sure people are listening to it.
Hey, fuck you. This is the Madison Square Garden. There's a whole entire fucking crowd out there, and they're watching us. We're on the internet, baby. That's everyone.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks for reminding me.
Think about it that way, bub. Huh? Mm-hmm. Anybody can click that link. Nobody's gonna, but they could.
This video has been sponsored by Squarespace and Liquid Death.
This video is sponsored by caffeine-free Diet Coke.
And Panera Hot Chocolate.
Wow, we got really sidetracked.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you start miking the full drum mic setup at this time, or was it just like overheads?
It was a very slapdash kind of mic placement, because it was only like it was like 2 overheads basically, and just trying to get everything on that. And then I think I tried getting a third mic in there, but I had a really shitty audio interface. But yeah, I remember just being really hyped up because I was like, we can finally make something that sounds a little better. And like at this point, we weren't taking it that seriously. It was really, I wanted the mics before I wanted them for doing Christmas music. And now it feels like a lot of the gear I've bought in like the past few years has just been like, yeah, this would make your Christmas album sound a little better and be fun to have. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's a really, like this environment that we are currently in, even for me, 10 years later, this is still just a way that I get to just practice the setup routine and try to get better at it. Just get better at the camera that I bought only a couple months or so ago. I just yesterday.
So this podcast is a bunch of excuses.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do this
you? I wanted to do it for me, but for different me reasons.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I see your ulterior motives.
That's right.
I've hurt my feelings.
That's something that you're going to have to heal within yourself. So,
okay, you just want to hurt me with reckless abandon, and that's fine. You want to listen to the first one?
Let's listen to the first one.
Was a fun one.
This one was a fun one. Was it,
Do you want to talk about the story on that, or no?
I don't know if I fully remember if there was much of a story. Please enlighten me.
There was a friend of yours that said that this was their favorite song.
Shit, you're right. Danielle, if you're listening. Hey.
Hi.
White Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, you were working at JCPenney still.
I was. This was my I was not even a year into working at JCPenney. This would have been when I returned on my winter break. And there's just this other person in the shoe department that I got really close with really fast. And, you know, of course I was asking everybody around, like, you know, what Christmas song should we do this year? This is only year 3. We haven't overdone ourselves yet.
Yeah, like, so we still have like a whole
still have
selection.
Options.
We had options.
And White Christmas was just the
unanimous winner.
The unanimous winner.
Cool.
We had a music video for this too.
It was just us sitting on the futon in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I stared down the camera the whole time and made stupid faces. And then we hug at the end when I get your attention, because I think you were editing something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But that was the whole video. It was just us like looking down the camera while we listened to it. Now we're just going to talk over it. So it's almost like the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to listen?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Kitty cat.
I think this was like me trying to do like a pseudo Bing Crosby thing and failing miserably, but still.
I think you pulled it off.
Oh, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. See, I think you're pulling it off.
It's not there, but it's fine. I like it.
I like it too.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is the first song where Anthony Crayer is featured.
Yeah.
You can hear his laugh in the background.
Oh, that's the best part.
Right.
The best part is when you're shushing him in the beginning.
He's like giggling the whole time I was doing this, I think.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see Anthony in Germany, dude. It's going to be so good. God. I'll try to make sure we get him on the podcast, even if it is briefly. Yeah. We'll just take like a little video and just be like, hey, what do you think about Peter Cottontail?
Easter's coming up. I'm going to have to listen to that again.
What was that?
Easter's coming up. I'm going to have to listen to that again. And we just saw Robin's family, and she has an aunt who lives in Germany. And we were like, we're going to come and visit sometime soon. So, yeah. Anthony, I might see you there.
I am dreaming of a white Christmas.
Here's my 5-part harmony.
Dude, here it comes. It's right after the ones I used to know, I think. There we go.
I love it.
Dude, I remember when you did this, I was just kind of like shocked. I'm like, because listening to harmonies individually, they sound like shit.
Right.
And I'm like, what is he doing? And then I listened and I was like, oh. I was like, how do you do this? I don't understand music at all.
This would have been my first year in my acapella group, so I was starting to try to get the ear for it, I guess.
You did a great job.
It's really just like hovering around one of the intervals, and that's it. Just kind of not doing it like my penis. Oh, I almost missed it. My
you cap it off at the end with the like my penis. But yeah,
I kept most of them off with
dancing
some
around
kind
the
of
intervals.
Inappropriate joke.
I hope that's the last one. I'm sorry,
that's
guys.
Like I go with the melody, and then just like, okay, now I just
go up or down.
Yeah,
and then choose like random thirds away from it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
And that's how we get 5
the Christmas white
for the Christmas white.
The Christmas
saved
white.
Christmas.
The white guy who saved Christmas.
Yeah,
that's every single song.
That's
Dominic the Donkey.
That was Third Man's Christmas song.
Candy Cane Boy.
No, the white
Candy Cane Children.
I guess both.
Oh!
Yeah. That was a slow burn.
Sorry. That was another redacted joke.
Oh, man. Am I going to have to bleep that out again?
You can if you want. I don't care anymore.
Probably.
If you just leave it. Yeah, it's sorry. Hi. Hope you're doing well. I hear Chicago's nice. Really? That's great. It's good to hear. Yeah, man. I'll see you too. All right, you want to do the next song?
Yeah, let's do it. So I can stop having dissociative episodes thinking about.
I thought you were just letting me do the bit where it was like a Blue's Clues thing where you're like talking to the camera. It's like, can you help me find where the red letter is?
That was a really good Steve impression, actually.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I think you should be the next host of Blue's Clues, actually.
Yeah, I'll be the one that's like the representative for poor dental health.
So next we have Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Man, we thought we were funny. Yeah. This is a kind of just going back to the give it a fuck it, like doing the just plug it in, do it live, and let it rip and roll.
But for some reason, this one doesn't work for me as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Like it's just not doing it for you?
No, this one doesn't do it for me the way that except for that bass slap there, whatever I did there.
Bang! Yep. Like, dude, you plucked that note so hard.
Yeah. There's a little extra personality.
This song, I feel nothing for as well. I remember having fun doing it because, like, when I was doing the drums and we did a little bit, I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
But, like, listening to it now, I'm like, the joke was just, like, screaming hark.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet, too. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, we would have to be dead silent. So I think we'll just talk over that part.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing that I listen to this song and like it brings me right back to is the everything that I was singing at that time. If you listen to any recording of me singing around like this time in particular, I feel like I went backwards in my vocal training for whatever reason. I feel like I'm singing everything from like the back of my throat.
Yeah, I feel like everything's up in like your nose and throat.
Like I can't. Like I feel like
the herald angels sing.
It's hard to even like imitate what I was doing. Like thank God, because I think I through the years trained myself to be better.
Yeah. Me on the other hand, I just I go for it and I have no training and I just raw dog it and I'm trying not to blow out my vocal cords.
Yeah. It's to each their own.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying because I remember that being like a particular trait of your singing. That I
like listen, like I'm barely even getting out like the consonants like that.
I love it. Yeah. I like it a lot.
I'm not a fan.
Us fighting for that last note every single fucking time. We're just like, when does it end? Look, yeah, that was like one of the fun parts of it. Like you and I would just be like playing at the same time because we did guitar and drums at the same time, and I'm like looking at you because you're like we said mouthing all the words, and I'm like, and I'm just like, when does it end?
Yeah,
tell me when it ends.
Because at that point we're just impressed with ourselves that we made it this far.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like there always comes this point of panic at the end of one of these songs. Like even on like the last one we did, I'm just like, I think this is the end. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, if I jump and I make this the end right now, it could be perfect or I fucked it up and then I gotta redo it. And it always brings me a little bit of panic. And on these ones I'm just like, I guess this is the end, and I'm just gonna keep hitting drums until you look like you're done too.
Yeah. But if regardless of if it's a cohesive ending or if it is like kind of like we always have to laugh at the end of every song.
Yeah, because if we laugh, then it's okay.
Yeah, it's either a laugh of oh my god, that actually went really well, or a laugh of like haha, that was silly and we fucked up at the end, but it's fine.
Yeah. I really need to let go of things these days.
Like what?
Like what? I feel like I'm not satisfied with that anymore. Like we did it, or like we almost did it, but who cares?
Right.
Like, I need to get back to that. I need to go back to my roots. You always feel nostalgic, but you never like really can embody the true carefree nature of when you are feeling nostalgic for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about, or just like these. I might have said this already in a previous episode, but just like these were the last years that I could just create and be stupid and just like put whatever out there and just be like, cool, I made something. And
and you were happy and proud of it.
Exactly. And it might whether if it was good or like technically good or not, it usually was not, but it at least brought a smile to people's faces. And made me feel proud of myself somehow.
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it, because I felt the same way back then, and now I always kind of felt like this like mounting pressure of like, well, it has to be listenable and it has to be somewhat decent. I'm 28. Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know. I felt like I feel like maybe I'm getting too off track and onto like the last album that we did, where I'm just saying like, I felt more pressure to do better, even though it was coming from nowhere and from no one. Yeah. Because I'm like, I am too old to be making garbage music. I've been playing music for too long to still be this bad at it.
Well,
or to at least be okay with like letting people think I'm this bad at it.
Right. Like, I feel like there's only so long that you can, like, for me, that moment for me was with the short film that I did and like the music for it. Like, I feel like that was
His Real Name.
Yeah. Okay. When I did it, when I was doing
watch that. It's on YouTube. It's called His Real Name. It's Dave Kea. It's a short film. It's fucking great. It stars Nathaniel Whitlinger and Jacob Reed.
You got it.
It's fantastic. It's a good one.
Thanks for the plug,
All
man.
the music is written by David Kea, and it's sublime. Follow him on TikTok.
It's not actually sublime. I don't actually cover
It's Sublime with
Semi-Charmed Life, but
is that Sublime?
Is that Sublime? It's one of those bands.
I don't think. Anyways, watch it. It's good.
Thanks, man. I really now I want to get sidetracked.
I'm plugging you on our own show.
I love it.
I could do better.
That's fine. Well, I was just gonna say, like, my moment for that was like, I was like, because I have very few extra plugins that I've downloaded.
Yeah.
I have like a vocoder and like some free piano stuff, and other than that, I just use everything that all the plugins that like have come with
in the box stuff. Yeah, like nothing that kind of expands much outside of it.
And as I was doing that, I was like, I feel like this is the last time I want to do this. Like, only use what
you have in front of you.
Yeah, because like, you know.
You're like, why am I not doing more?
Right. Like, because I have that experience too, where I, like, if I'm just listening to other creators' music on, like, TikTok or something comes up on YouTube and I recognize, like, you know, a particular sound, and I'm like, oh, that just really brings me out of it. Not that, like, the majority of people listening to stuff know every single sound and Logic by heart, but... Yeah, it's
I remember like back in like I get what you're saying, because like in like the 2010s, I remember like comedy specials that had like music. They would always make music in GarageBand, and I'm like, I know that loop from middle school.
Yeah,
what are you doing? But no, I feel the same way. And then like even for the new album, remember I bought like a couple of different like VST plugins where like I could have like the felt piano, or like that like kind of like detuned, like almost like haunty sounding piano. And I was like I don't have that tool in front of me, and I think this is what I want in it. And so I just sought it out, and I was like, I'm gonna get it, because I'm like, I need to do something else. I need to branch out from my comfort zone.
Yeah, because there are so many people that are like doing so many creative things with making their own sounds, and like I just I have taken the focus off of music for the time being, focusing like definitely more on videography and such, but if I ever really try to go hard with it again, like I do want to figure out, like, you know, how do these people like create their own samples, and like, you know, how do you get like really creative with crafting the absolute like perfect sound that you're looking for. But we don't do any of that with
not with this.
Not with this.
No.
I mean, maybe a little bit later we dip our feet into this, but
I mean, I think we really there's a moment in this next song that actually really tickles my ears, and it makes me think like, damn, there was like a single moment that I've performed music that I'm like proud of, that I'm like, this sounds really good, and it's literally just what a bright time It's the right time to rock the night away part.
Yeah. You know
That
what?
like vocal line between the two of us just worked really well.
Let's check it out. After all this talk,
All right, remember.
after all this talk of intense mic setups, or at least like relatively,
We wanted to do something
in-depth.
bigger with this.
Yeah, this was recorded on an iPhone.
This was?
Yeah, do you remember that?
No, I just knew that we did it.
Maybe iPod.
No,
I was
no,
still carrying around an iPod at the time.
I'm not denying it, but I'm just saying that I didn't think about it. I feel like there's something in my nose. Is there?
No, you're good.
Okay. No, I don't doubt that that's how we did it. I just didn't remember. I knew it was a single sound source, and it was just like, oh yeah, that's.
I think we were basically done with the album, and we were like one of us was like one more.
Yeah.
And here it is.
Here it is. And that's it.
Yeah, you even like it. Somehow that even that glued together your really like rough vocals while I'm doing that thing that I was like,
Yeah, the nasal thing.
Like,
Hey, it served it. It served that part of the song.
It worked.
Yeah, we do two of these bits where like we just keep repeating ourselves, like back to back, because Hark the Herald Angels saying I was screaming Hark, and then just saying that's the Jingle Bell over and over again.
No, I mean like all things come to an end, right? I mean like we're all gonna die, right? But like
Whose idea was this?
I'm gonna blame you, and you can blame me, and it'll be fine.
Okay. You had the
We did that
you
in
had
person too.
you had the Jesus died twice line. That was
Jesus died twice. Yeah. Not only.
another. We just did it. Another complete. We have no idea how to end this, do we? Moment right there.
Yeah, I remember you saying that at the end,
Yeah.
but like. I remember like ending it and be like, yeah, we should do it like that. And I'm like, wait, we just did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, we're done.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a one take.
That wasn't one take. Well, you had a couple of
Well,
flubs in the beginning. You did the guitar part in the beginning.
Yeah.
The little yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
That was a good one.
It's
I like
harmless.
that one.
It's harmless.
You know what I like?
What do you like?
So Feliz Navidad is like the one that I ever had like feedback from outside of anybody we knew.
Really?
And it was because of Joey White.
Oh my God.
When we made the little CDs, huh?
Haven't heard that name in a while.
I know he's doing really well. He has a bakery down in East Aurora. He's doing great.
No shit.
Yeah, he's really.
Oh, cool.
Dude, I know that he was probably a big old cunt in like elementary school.
Oh
and
yeah,
you,
no,
and you didn't.
he was a little shit to me.
He was a bully, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is a very kind man.
I don't. Well, because
And I know that you're very bitter about like the way you were treated as a kid.
No, you know what? Like all forgiven. I don't know if did I tell you that my friends from Alden, I had like a couple of those my church friends from Alden. And
friends,
yeah,
great.
and they were in the Wizard of Oz and probably like 3 or 4 of them like I went to go see them and I was reading the program and I see like Joey White as like the Cowardly Lion and I was like,
Dude, I cannot
that's a
imagine
name I
a
haven't heard in
better
a while.
casting for that. His
Yeah.
hair is like lion-like,
It was-
and his face is almost looks like a lion.
Yeah,
He's got a really big head.
it was a really good casting. Like
Yeah.
he was really good in it.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
And like I don't know where I heard this, but I knew that he transferred to Alden.
Yeah.
Maybe Regan told me, I don't know, but like maybe there was overlap there when he was still at Alden and Joey White had moved. But yeah, I see him after the show. I forgot like what I said to him, but I was just like, I'm gonna talk to this guy. And like
Really?
yeah, I was like Dave K, remember me from 4th grade? And he's like, holy shit! And like, we hung it out and like, all forgiven from elementary
Dude,
school.
you've never told me this redemption arc.
I never told you the redemption arc?
No, you were just like, Okay, Joey's not listening. It's whatever. But dude, I swear to God, like you were just like, yeah, he was an asshole. Like you pointed him out when we saw him in Pixies, and I handed him the CD.
Nice.
And you're like, yo, yeah, he's an asshole, but he's in this like band that's kind of cool.
Right.
Or maybe I don't know. I don't remember how that worked out. Like how we ended up finding. Oh, I remember how we found them. Here, you were like, he's in some fucking band. I don't know. He's an asshole. Fuck him. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, if he's in a band, I'm going to give him a CD, though. Sorry. And then I gave it to him, and I walked away, and we went through Pixies and handing them out to people. And when I got home, I looked on Twitter.com before it was an app.
Twitter.com.
Twitter.com. And he direct messaged us, and he said, he gave a shout out. He's like, shout out to the homies who gave me a CD today at the grocery store. I love Feliz Navidad.
Holy shit.
Because it was just like, I don't know, but like this song is genuinely funny because it's so dumb. So the whole story was just that we were like, what if we flip the idea of it on its head? Because part of it's in Spanish and part of it's in English. And what if we made the English part Spanish? Yeah.
The
Spanish part English, and then the English part any language we could think of.
It's not whitewashing because we equally switched it around.
It was a fucking nightmare though. Yeah. And I think, here, you want to listen to it?
Let's listen to it, but we can't forget to come back to the handing out the CDs in Akron because this was this year.
That was this year? I thought it was 14, but that's cool.
No, it was this year.
Huh.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I think we it was a couple days after we recorded.
Yeah.
But, I had
there was a CD.
There was a CD made out of these first 3 years. But we'll come back to that. We'll take a listen to, I think, one of my personal favorites.
This is, I think, a joke that landed. Even though it is poorly executed, it landed.
Because the song slaps, too. Just making sure. Okay.
My favorite part is how we completely missed the fucking tempo that I set in right in the beginning.
Right. Because this was another occasion, probably the first occasion where we had this many people around a single microphone.
Yeah.
I was listening to the backing track. I had the headphones. I was the one, right?
Yeah, you were the one.
I had the headphones in.
Because I remember you going, Tezuno Felicidad. It's just like doing this, like the hand motion of like, hurry up.
Because not only, do we have three people trying to follow the same tempo while only one of us is listening, but we have tempo changes in the song that I had to be in charge of.
Yeah.
And on top of that, instead of Feliz Navidad for this part, you may be listening to us say Merry Christmas in other languages.
A multitude of languages. I'm sure that we couldn't even list the amount of languages that we used.
I
think we went on Google Translate and just hit random buttons.
What I did was I
just like freaking out.
I remember I found various translations of. Now I just need to appreciate this ending. This is my favorite part. I don't know. I don't know
such a good way.
What chord that is at the end
I
that
could never play it again.
Hit, but we'll never be able to replicate that.
It's perfect. It's that chord.
I fucking love that song.
You know what? I'm gonna give Joey White the shout out on this. Very good pick for top song because it is so dumb.
I will say, we do have 9 other years of bangers if you want to check those out. But, if you don't get around to them, Feliz Navidad is a good one to have the number one. But for the translations...
Oh, yeah. Wait. I just remembered. Anthony played his fucking electric mandolin for that.
Yeah.
That's why it has such a weird sound. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was drums, electric mandolin, and... electric guitar, and I don't think any bass.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's perfection. Well, I had Googled translations for Merry Christmas and didn't show you guys prior to recording.
I forgot that there was that was the facet.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was one that was literally just C-A-R-O.
Caro, yeah.
He just like, Caro.
Right. I think that's Latin. If I remember correctly, I think that's Latin.
It has to just mean Christ, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or no, Latin for Christ would just be. I don't know how that works.
Christ, Christe, something like that. Christe. And then I remember, I think it was the one directly preceding Caro, because it had way too many syllables. But I think there's one in Elvish there for Merry Christmas.
I'm glad that you did that. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you tossed that one in there too. Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's up there with some of my favorites.
Tom approves. 2 thumbs way up. All right. You have anything else to mention about Feliz Navidad?
No, I'm ready to walk into a winter wonderland.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
one.
this is like...
This should have been the end of it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. This was our directly inspired by Hotel Yorba.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. You hear the Hotel Yorba?
No,
like,
I do now.
influences.
No,
yeah.
I absolutely hear it now.
Yeah.
But I remember it just being like a very quick, quiet version.
Yeah.
Not like quiet, but like just like simple and just to the bones.
It works beautifully.
Yeah.
This is like... I think this is the first album where I'm listening to these songs and I'm like, whoa, we actually had vision. And we actually had some pretty good ideas here.
Yeah, like we had like the wherewithal to think about the whole thing.
Yeah, rather than just like... just throw it out there and see if it works. Well, and if it's not, it's still, kind of fun.
I would say this is an album where you see more than one.
Right.
Because the last album, it was, what was the one that we did, like, the swinging thing? Like a...
Deck the Halls.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the first one we tried Vision, and then the rest we tried throwing in more as we went.
This is the first one that has, like, a good variety.
Except this last one.
Except this. Well, this last one is I would consider at least sonically different from most of the Sonic experience.
It's very somber, and I like wanted to do it. I was super insistent on doing it, and then when I heard it, I'm like, this doesn't really work. And then I just said, fuck it. We'll just put it on anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was this dumb song. I think his name is Paul Christensen. He was the drummer of Swashbuckle, the pirate metal band that you actually referenced earlier.
Coming up a lot today.
Well, not on the podcast. This is the first time they're hearing it, David.
You guys weren't there?
I'm sorry. Hey, let's try to be nice. I'll try to be nicer to you. You want to try to be nicer to me too?
Are you talking to me or the audience?
You.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like our banter gets a little... sometimes I'm getting a little too mean-spirited.
Yeah.
That's not very Christmassy of me.
No, it's not.
It's very Christmassy if you live in a...
it's not very Christian of you, Tom.
I'm not Christian, but it's not a very good Christmas vibe because you could be passive-aggressive in a household during Christmas.
That is true. That's not the kind of household that I want to be.
I don't want to live in that kind of house.
No.
What if we tried making this podcast like more of like a safe place to be?
You know what? You're right.
First order of business, we got to kill all the cops.
It's a very fitting shirt you're wearing, Ferd.
Do you like it?
I love it. I fucking love it.
It just says "fuck the police."
I love it.
I'm virtue signaling. Do you want to just get it over with?
Santa Claus is really a clown.
It's just not.
Is a song that appeared on our album.
Yeah, and like I said, the guy from Swashbuckle
I don't
wrote
have
it.
bad things to say about it.
It just is there.
I just don't have glowing things to say about it.
Thank you.
Well, the thing is, we learned an important lesson doing this song, and it's just don't cover something that's already funny.
Yeah, we learned that.
Because like
we said with the Kinks, like I think that was our first podcast. We talked about that, where it was just like if we do a jokey song, it's not gonna land as like being jokey. It doesn't even come off as a good homage unless you bring something new to it, and I don't think we were willing to do that.
No, I don't like our jokes come from the spin on Christmas songs. Wait. Do you hear me?
Is that you playing drums?
Yeah, do you hear me? This is my first appearance as drummer for
I remember being like, I don't know whose idea that was.
I think that was me. No, I was just like,
But like, I turned you way down.
Yeah, because I was taking
If you couldn't hear in the background, there was just like mild pitter patter and cymbal crashing from drums. That's all we're referring to right now.
If you're wondering, if you're looking for more context into what was going on,
we don't have.
There's one episode of It's Always Sunny where they're in a music store of some sort and Frank is like banging on the drums.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, when they're trying to start a band and everything.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
That's what I was trying to go for with that. Didn't work out, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, just making sure we got the audio there, and we're good. Yeah, the drumming was just me trying to dick around, knowing that, like, you know, this is kind of like, this is a song that you knew a little bit more wholeheartedly than I did, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna do something stupid.
Yeah,
why not? And it exists.
Okay, it does. It really does exist.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like,
not our best moment, but I said I wouldn't do it again, and I did it. I'm a piece of shit.
That's all right.
I'm the worst, man. Is it all right?
Hey, this is a safe space.
Good. Okay, you remember. I'll remember too. We'll try to make this place. Everybody's so cynical.
Yeah.
Let's try to be less cynical in a world that's very cynical.
The Not Cynical Podcast.
No, the what?
The Not Cynical Podcast.
How would you abbreviate that? Anyways, I'm sorry.
All I was saying is we learn quickly.
Yeah,
we learn quickly what doesn't work, and I can't think of like too many moments where I can't think of any moments where we were just like, let's just keep doing the same shit, and like it got old.
Unless you throughout the years?
Yeah, unless you have, like, do you... I'm curious
I feel like the only time we ever were like... we were like, for old time's sake, let's just do one of the really easy ones was Up on the Housetop.
Yeah.
We were just like, hey, what if we do one of those ones like we used to do? We were just like, fuck it. Like, 2 mics. I'll play ukulele, you play guitar. We'll both have a mic, and then we'll just sing it. And that's the whole thing. And then it was over. It took us like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was done as if it was like just thought of at that moment.
Yeah, and
that's the only time I think we ever really did something that we're just like, let's do it like we used to.
That's kind of the difference between knowing the simple processes that work,
yeah,
and just blindly following, like, because if all 12 of these albums were like
were this
power chord, if all of them were like just shitty power chords, like, you know, start to finish, like,
yeah.
I wouldn't feel proud of this.
No, I wouldn't either. I would just be like, this is so boring. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with it.
By year
I want to
5,
dissociate
I would be tapped out.
We were. We were tapped out. We did an Easter album.
We'll get there.
I don't think we will, dude. We're 4 months in. Wait, is it? What is it? Is it April?
Yeah,
it's the 4th month.
Yeah,
yeah. We've only got 3. We're gonna catch up.
We're gonna catch up.
Are we gonna do that at the tail end of the year? In the middle? What are we doing?
Well, like I said, I think next one we could bang out 2 podcasts in one.
Oh, you want to do a really brief 5?
We may as well for a really brief album.
Yeah, okay.
Or
I could get behind
7
that.
is our briefest album, but like I want.
You know what? We can't really draw that out. All that podcast is going to be is talking about how the song that we did is actually racist and we didn't know any better.
Exactly.
What was it called again?
Feed the World. Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they know it's Christmas? Yeah.
Yeah. The Feed the World. The We Are the World for Christmas.
Do they know it's Christmas time? Yeah, probably. They don't care.
That being said, maybe a little preview for or incentive to watch episode 7. 7 is it?
I think it's 7.
7, yeah. because I was thinking the reason that the album was so short was because we were going to try to film a Christmas special. That's where Mr. Chair came from. But I still have the script. I still have the script from that. We may as well just do.
Do you want to just do the script?
Yeah, let's just do a live table reading for episode 7. Why not? We might need a little help.
Oh my god, that's okay. Yeah.
Please I stick feel around bad. For episode 7.
I wish you revealed that to me off camera.
Damn.
But that's fine. That's okay. Fine. That's fine.
That's how we get. That's how we get loyal followers.
Loyalty. Mm-hmm. It's about family.
Family.
I've never seen a fucking Fast and Furious movie. I don't get it.
I think I saw like the first one.
Maybe me too.
Before they became a thing.
Yeah. Well, hey. We're kind of winding down here at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to think about a 2013 question? Do you have one for me?
Well, I feel it important to at least bring up the not that there's much to go. Not that there's much to talk about with the CD distribution, but this was
CD or
this was
it was the seediest of years
for. Nah, I'm not gonna make a joke at the expense of Gen Zers.
Who the fuck is that?
A low-hanging fruit.
Oh, Gen Zers. I thought you meant Jennifer Zers. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't care. Let it rip. Yeah, you shouldn't be. Oh my god.
No.
I want to be the first to say I am already sick of people my age talking about Zoomers like they are a plague. Like they're better than them. I'm like, how does this not look like the same thing every single time? How do you not see it? The generational like divide is not worth keeping.
Yeah,
Stop doing it.
I'll be the first to say.
Gen Zers are funnier than us.
Gen Zers are doing way better.
They're gonna do better than us.
I mean, they're not being better
handed.
Than we are.
They're being handed the worst world ever, and it's starting to become give it like 20 more years, then it's our fault that it's not better.
Yeah. And because the thing is, they just went right into learning and doing shit about it. They didn't have a couple of years where they got to dissociate from those things. Like, no, they were just like immediately like, this is fucked. Yeah, and we're not standing for this.
Yeah.
So
I hope they have more tenacity and balls than like our generation. Yeah. Truly, I really do, because like I'm a zillennial. I am on the cusp here.
Yeah,
and I know that you're close because you're just a year older than me. But like. I don't know. I find it really hard to like stand alongside in the millennials because I'm like, I don't think, as much as it sounds like I'm just like holding on to youth, I don't really associate with millennial thought anymore. Like I can't do the adulting jokes. I can't say doggo because that kills me inside. I don't tell people how I identify in my Hogwarts house because I'm not a fucking TERF.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Like it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I never. Well, because like my closer college friends came from my last year of college, and because. Robin is 3 years younger than me. Like she was closer with them, and so like I kind of got roped more into that. So,
yeah.
And I can tell from like knowing them, especially like just hanging out with our one friend Jordan, not Third Man Jordan Castro. Jordan Castro, if you're listening.
Oh wait, is he Fidel's long lost son?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her.
Wait, what's the first name? Jordan?
Jordan, yeah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Presumption, that's my bad. Right after just being like, I'm not a TERF. And I can't even get pronouns on a name right. That's or even like fine. Be ambiguous enough.
That's fucking fine.
No, it's not.
All I meant to say was, from knowing them and kind of being a part of it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely like pretty far removed from like
millennial thought.
Yeah. Like my favorite litmus test test for millennial or Gen Z is, what was your first phone? Did it have buttons or did it have a touch screen?
Oh, my favorite one is, what do you remember of 9/11?
Yeah, that too. Honestly, though, but like both are like they're kind of
But like, did your phone? My first phone was a flip phone.
Yeah,
with
my
buttons.
first phone was a track phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Track phones are cool though. They were cool.
Yeah. They were okay.
Now, it's funny because people will buy phones that are like track phones now in order to be like, yeah, I'm trying not to use apps or anything, and I'm trying to be like better about that because I already know that social media is brain rot and we're contributing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I was like, so I'm going to get this phone, the minimalist phone, you know, and you could just go get a track phone.
Yeah. Or you could just like get an iPhone and not have any social media apps on it. It's going to work better. It's going to last you longer than any of those like button phones. But anyway, like it really does. There really is like a big difference between like how that affected your development as a teenager. Like if you had access to all those social media things like from your pocket at any time starting then, or you know, if you would, or if that was kind of a novelty that came along like further down the road for us. I mean I remember like, you know, trying to log into Facebook on my on my flip phone. Like there was like,
I do too.
Yeah, there was like a little thing, and I'm, you know,
they had like a shitty internet browser that was unusable. It's kind of funny. They just put it on there to say that they had it.
Exactly.
So the CD?
So the CD,
we got really
shit.
Let me tell you what I think about the next generation.
Anyway, don't know where this idea came about, but I was like, well, we got to spread the word somehow. Let me burn like probably about like
photos of ourselves and made a little cover.
Yeah,
for
like
it.
taped it on. Made a little. No, they were actually like some of them were jewel cases. Yeah,
yeah, there were sleeves. Yeah, they were like metal. Or, plastic slip.
Yeah,
they were just like a plastic slip. Really.
Yeah, and we had the family friendly edition and the deluxe edition, which is all the songs
which just
that,
had like,
you know,
silent
said,
night
like,
hardcore on
it. Like whatever we say fucking or you know, things like that. I remember walking all over town passing them out. We ended up at Pixley's, and then didn't you have a family friend that you saw there? And then as we were walking away, I hear them like blasting this music through their truck and giving us a thumbs up. Was that real, or did I dream that?
That happened, and I don't remember who that was even a little bit. I could never tell you, but they were blasting it. I can't remember. Oh, that's gonna kill me.
It'll come to you at 3:00 in the morning.
It'll come to me at the pearly gates when I ask Peter.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but
I'm only gonna get to the gate. I won't get. Sorry, I shouldn't claim that I'm going to heaven. I'm just gonna ask him a question.
Well, I remember we had one left over,
and then we brought it to the library.
I put it in the library mailbox, like honestly just thinking that like the librarians were gonna listen to it and be like, oh, that was funny.
They listened to it and put it in the system.
I got an email from them because I think because like, you know, my mom knew them like relatively
like
well.
5 feet away from it.
Exactly. And you know, we were regular library patrons since I was a tot. Support your local libraries.
It's more than just books. Support libraries. Fund them. Whoever you are, go outside and fund our libraries. Do it right now.
Or just go to their website and donate whatever you feel comfortable with, but that's fine.
Put the money in the library and nobody gets hurt. Sorry.
Someone had to say it. And I just got an email from them being like, hey, that was some really good music. It is now part of our Christmas collection. And I'm like,
incredible.
And I haven't checked in a while.
It's probably still there.
Honestly, if it's not.
Oh, what if they got rid of the CDs just because they're obsolete as fuck?
I don't think they. I hope they're
still there.
I think they're still there, at least for a couple more years.
Yeah.
But because I know that they do like fill the bag sales every once in a while when they're trying to get rid of old material that hasn't been checked out.
I got so many CDs from. That's what's giving me the reason of thinking like it's not there anymore. Is that it's. They have like a bunch of those, and the one time I went to the Buffalo Public Library, like the downtown one, I bought a shit ton of CDs.
Yeah.
They were getting rid of like all of them.
Yeah.
It was weird, but anyways.
Yeah. No, like that's what I don't know. On one hand, I fear that we are no longer part of
The Buffalo Public Library system.
But on the other hand,
I don't get it. They had room for Grapes of Wrath, and they like couldn't find enough room for that little sleeve. Like, we're way better than that. John Steinbeck,
fuck that
you.
guy. So, but like either way, whether they're going through the CDs and being like, oh yeah, this one hasn't been checked out in 8 years, but like, it's David. We can't get rid of David and Tom.
Hopefully the same librarians are there and they're thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think either way, whether we ended up in somebody's bag sale or if we ended up still in the library out of pity, I'm flattered.
If somebody bought it, they are the first person to pay for our music. That's the funniest thing to me.
We didn't get any money of it. No. We just donated 50 cents to the local library.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All of our hard work.
All right, so it's coming to the point where I want to ask you a question that somebody may have asked you in 2013. Mm-hmm. Hey, have you ever heard of this song called Wagon Wheel?
Yeah, actually, my cousin.
It goes like you've heard it? It goes like, rock me mama like a wagon wheel, rock me mama any way you feel.
I'm pretty sure. And you can still badmouth the song if you want to. That's fine.
It was written by somebody else.
It's not a particularly great song, and
okay,
but
it was written by somebody else, and Darius Rucker took all the credit. It was Old Crow Medicine Show, and you're gonna put respect on their name, okay?
Old Crow Medicine Show?
Old Crow Medicine.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm all for respecting that because
But
remember my cousin that I was talking about.
I thought I was going to make a good environment. I was wrong.
No, this is a great environment because I remember that cousin that I was talking about that I'm going to Colorado to shoot their music video with. She used to work for Old Crow Medicine Show.
Wait,
she does
what?
music merchandising.
Okay, so you knew it was that band?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You just let me mansplain it to you? All right, sorry.
I didn't want to mansplain over you. So.
No, but you should have. I insist.
The readers needed context.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah, good for them. I don't know what exactly she did for them, but do you know Nathaniel Ratcliffe? Ratcliffe, yeah.
Yeah,
she's working
Night
for
Sweats.
Yeah, she's working. She's doing their merchandising.
Oh, is that
for
the kind of music that she's making? It's like along those lines.
Yeah.
Because now that you said it was like a hard font. Yeah, you said it was like hard blues. And I'm just like the only thing I was like, I don't know, what is that supposed to be? Is it just supposed to be like Black Keys or some bullshit?
Black Keys, not as
2000s.
Not as 2000s, and with jazz flute.
Dude, it's like fucking Ian Anderson shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. You got to show it to me later.
Stone Riot. Everybody listen to Stone Riot.
Riot.
You know, that's my cousin Chrissy's band. Gotta plug them.
Shout out Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know you.
She's pretty cool.
Cool. Do you have a question that I don't know? What was 2013?
What was your question? Was that your entire question?
I didn't think about it, and like while we were talking earlier, I just looked up on my phone like what songs were popular during 2013, and my first thought was like, oh, it'd be really funny if I was like, hey, have you ever heard this song called Gangnam Style? Have you heard this song called the Harlem Shake? Like, I was like, 2012 was wrought with, like, fucking dumb music, but we missed that boat. Do you have any questions from, like, I don't know, like, what's, like, something somebody in 2013 would ask you? What was going on? Obama won the second presidency in 2012, right? That was because 2012. So there wasn't, it was midterms were coming up the next year, but nobody really gave a shit. What was I doing? I was in...
This is my question for you. What were you doing in 2013?
Where were you in 2013 and who were you with? Let's see. In 2013, I was going to college, and then I got out of it, and then I went to do my last summer of landscaping, then through all landscaping. No, wait, no. I'm thinking... I'm too far ahead. That's 2014. 2013 was the year I graduated. It was an interesting time. When I first started going to NCCC, it was like really depressing.
Yeah.
It was rough because like all of my friends were at UB for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go back to Akron every day.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony was going to school in Michigan for Luthery.
Right.
He was having a great time,
Yeah.
but like I was like alone.
Yeah.
And like I didn't like I could like making friends at NCCC was real hard.
I haven't been to the campus a lot, but it seemed to be kind of a depressing campus.
It really is. It's just kind of like a block in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
There were a couple people I
It's
made
like
friends
UB
with.
without the hope.
Yup. If they had hope. But like, yeah, it was just a really depressing place, and it really like I don't know, man. It drug me down. It made me really reevaluate how I thought about myself and like who I am and like the character that I present to the world, because I was like throughout all of school I was the over the top idiot. I was the jester. I was the guy who would dance around in his silly little hat and do his silly little dances and just say weird things, and then I got to college and I was like, I don't want to, like, I wasn't even like actively trying to reinvent that, but it was a really depressing time, and I like was really struggling.
Yeah.
That summer was a lot of fun though, because that was when I was invited to a ton of grad parties and got drunk all the time.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Oh,
But,
yeah. I
like,
remember Drunk Tom. He cried a lot.
Yeah, he did. But that was like 2014, 2015
Oh,
drunk
okay,
Tom.
right, yeah.
This was drunk at grad parties.
No,
Tom.
right, yeah.
Drunk
this
at
was-
grad parties,
yeah,
Tom?
That's a...
He was a wild man.
Yeah. Mhm.
He was a wild man. He was a wild kid. He was
Yeah.
a child.
I think I was also kind of reinventing myself in 2013, because this was
was
after
Binghamton, right?
after my bad year at Fredonia, because Fredonia was more just like I think I tried for like a month to, like, yeah, I'm going to make some friends, I'm going to, feel it out here, and then I gave up.
Like
And then-
immediately?
yeah, I gave up immediately, and the rest of Fredonia for me was just like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to keep myself emotionally stable. If I look like a fucking idiot, then like I don't care, because like I don't care about any of you fuckers.
Yeah.
And
You really hate, like, you have a very deep resentful spot for that school that I feel like is not fair. Because, and I'm not going to say that like you're a bad person. Like, it's
No.
not because you're a bad person. You went to a school that like I even thought like that seems fundamentally opposed to who you are.
you're absolutely
You like
right.
chose a school, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense for you. Somebody who had done very little research on schools at that point, I even was like, that's like a party school. That's like
Yeah.
the one that people go to for like
Fredonia is not
music
even
stuff.
a school that you need to do that much research on to know
No,
what
it had that reputation,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why the fuck are you going there? And wasn't
Yeah.
it Jake Reed? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't repeat myself too much. I think this was last podcast. I was dipping into that, but yeah, I was like, well, Jake's going, it's kind of artsy. I only really knew myself as like the musical theater kid in high school. I was like, well, Fredonia's got musical theater, and most of these people are musical
Yeah.
theater. I guess I'll just find that crowd. How hard can they be at partying?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Oh.
college is really different. And no, I absolutely like I willingly stepped into the line of fire.
Yeah,
and
I'm just like, dude, that college is probably great for somebody who likes that shit.
yeah, like,
But like for you,
yeah,
it did not fit you.
the biggest. I don't regret Fredonia itself so much as like I just wish that I was more comfortable leaning into like the discomfort at the time, like
Yeah, like trying
I was,
to find
90
something
minutes,
good about it.
a crisp 90 minutes away, that's good for me and my
Mr. smoked weed for the first time this year.
right,
or last
exactly.
year?
Yeah, like technically last year, but relatively recently. And when I saw that Binghamton was like 3.5 hours away, felt like I can't do it. Like, I was too.
Dude, shout out to you for fucking driving back all those years to go to make more Christmas music.
It ain't no thing. Like
Well, now you obviously don't remember it, but like,
Right.
dude, that would drive me nuts. I was
No,
just like,
I liked the drive. I liked the traveling. I liked going back to Akron and all those times. Like, because like I still had that, like, it was that connection to friends and family, and like, you know, just I guess overall the familiar that made me want to stay within a certain radius, like Fredonia in the first place.
Yeah.
But then I was like, whoa, this is actually really harming me, so I better, like, you know, get the fuck out and do something else. So Binghamton was the first time that I was like, let's reevaluate how I make friends, and also maybe like not be as judgmental towards like certain people, or like, you know, not as judgmental, but also not directly associating drinking with the same scenes that I would associate.
You were
that
kind
with,
of a teetotaler.
I was.
It kind of always like it came off weird to me, because I was like, I knew I had more of a proclivity for that kind of like lifestyle at that point in time. Like I was just like, yeah, dude, I like going to parties, and then I'll just go get drunk and go do some stupid thing because I'm young and I don't care. Whatever, I'll do it. And like I always felt like a little odd, because I'm like, you were the antithesis to that.
Yeah, I think.
And you, like, I know that you kind of had some kind of like moral purity, like associated with not drinking.
Yeah, it was like that, and just like every time that I was exposed to that kind of stuff, it was always just with like people that were also doing like really like just, or people that I would associate doing like really harmful shit with, but like not even you guys. Like it was mostly with like I don't even know how I'm not even gonna say
You're talking
names,
about like
so
frat
I do,
bro crowd shit,
like Townie, like Akron Townie, like somehow I got roped into like that, like Townie bonfires through hanging out with a certain crowd that I don't feel like bleeping their names out right now.
I get it. I know who you're talking about, but like, so did I. But here's the thing.
Crossover.
Here's the thing, though. I leaned into that, and it was fun sometimes. Even though I felt like kind of trashy, that the crowd. I was still like, it's still fun. Right. I'm like, it actually made me feel more at ease, because I'm sure you remember the house I grew up in. Yeah, like moss roof, shingles, and roof that needed to be replaced so bad it was kind of worrying. The house was always cold. It just wasn't a great environment. Right. So like hanging out with people that like were in that, like they were dirtbags, I'm like, you kind of grew up like me, and I kind of have some comfort in that. Right. Because like I don't feel like I have to worry about you judging me, and you don't have to worry about me judging you. Yeah. Because I'm just like, listen, it's not your fault, it's not my fault, this is just where we are.
Well, meanwhile for me, like I'm actively judging these guys because I'm also worried about these guys judging me.
Oh, okay.
And like a big turning point in my life with all of this was, or just like socialization in general, was when I was at a party in Binghamton, and he wasn't like a close friend of mine, but like I guess a friend that I haven't talked to in almost 10 years now. But like, you know, we were at the party, and you know, he was just like, hey Dave, you want a drink? And I was like, no, I'm good. He was like, okay.
And that was it.
And that was it. And I was like, I think this is all I needed. Like I just needed
just like, somebody to not give a shit about you saying no.
Exactly. Just someone to just be like, I don't care. You're here and you're cool. Like, you know, that's all that matters. Like, you know, that's your choice if you want to drink or not. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I think I'm ready to start drinking.
That's what took. Yeah. You're like, nobody's pressuring. Nobody's saying like, why don't you drink? I'm going to drink now.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Exactly.
That's really funny.
I think.
Was it embarrassing when you had to walk back up to them and be like, hey, can I have a drink?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that day. But I think it was at the end of that year that I ended up at my friend's house, who is still a really close friend of mine today. They were the first people that like just made me feel like totally like comfortable, like, you know, just like have some drinks. We had some Red's apple cider or something.
Oh my god.
And watched the Godzilla remake.
Dude, this
He
is
had,
so
I had
funny to
2.
me.
He had 6.
Yeah.
He did not show up to Italian class the next day.
Good for him.
No, he did. Actually, no, to his credit, he did. And then he left like 20 minutes later.
That's so funny. Good for him.
But yeah, overall, I just needed somebody to be like, just do your thing. I don't give a shit. I don't, I don't care either way. And just like it gave me a space that I felt in control too, because like all those other parties, I never felt like I was in control. I always felt like I was like so far on the outside of all of this that I was like, if I just like breathe wrong, like I will be, I don't know, seen as this, my cover will be blown kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man. So
I kind of like the way that we're doing the endings here.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, let's get away from the Christmas. Let's just talk about that year.
Exactly.
Let's have a little like talk about what was going on there. Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
That trip was rough. But yeah. I'm glad we were older and things don't suck quite as much.
Done with that shit.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. It's harder to make friends when you're not in college, but it's still hard to make friends in college.
It's hard. Yeah. I'm going to say, like, I fell into making friends at college by happenstance. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, well, not even unfortunately, I still think the guys that I met were pretty cool, but like I fell into the dirtbag crew. And I was like, oh, you guys are scum fucks. I was like, y'all fit right in. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Like they thought the funny, like, I don't know, like just doing the dumbest shit. But they were also like, they told me about some really cool music. And they were unfortunately the first people that told me about Anthony Fantano, music reviewer.
What a guy.
Yeah, back in 2013, I was told about Anthony Fantano, and my life has been mostly the same since. No. Well, he would probably review us a classic out of 10 every single album. He'd give us a 10. He'd give us a big glaring 10.
Except number 5. Maybe a 9.
It'd be an 11.
Yeah.
That is the best album. Well, that concludes another episode of The Ghost of Christmas Present.
Coming up, and The Ghost of Christmas Past. That's the title of the show. Coming up next time, we got album 4.
What is it? 4
Calling Birds.
Calling Birds.
And we will ask the question, what is a calling bird?
Merry Christmas.
And a happy Easter.
To those who celebrate.
To those who don't.
God is dead. Good night.
And them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.